Facebook. We're here at the West Lawn of the U.S. Capitol for the 2016 Capitol 4th. Happy 4th of July. We are standing here with two members of Team USA. How are you guys doing tonight?
Great.
Awesome.
Yeah. Can you introduce yourself and give us your sport?
I'm Dagmara Wozniak, and I'm with U.S. Fencing.
And my name is Colton Brown, and I'm with USA Judo.
Well, I know you guys haven't been in D.C. long, but have you been able to do anything cool, or what's your favorite part about being here?
Well, today we were able to get a really private tour of the U.S. Capitol and see a lot of, amazing rooms and a lot of history, so that was really interesting.
Nice. That's amazing. I love the Capitol. It's one of my favorite places when you're standing under the dome, and just gives you chills almost.
Beautiful. It's
Lots
beautiful.
of history.
And it's behind us
And
right
it's
now.
behind us. And look, it doesn't look that dreary outside. It's gray, but it's not raining, so we're crossing all our fingers. What about you, Colton? Anything exciting?
Yeah, like she said, we went to the Capitol today. It was amazing. Great view. It's just great to take a step back from training and get some relaxation in.
Speaking of training, what is the hardest part about preparing for the Olympics? It's such a big deal. I mean, everyone in the world knows the Olympics, and it's really cool. What's been the hardest part about preparing?
Staying focused. 4 years, staying focused, and continuing to persevere through hard times and injuries and things like that. So that, for me, that was the hardest part.
Ditto, but also I think, just not forgetting to have fun. It's a really awesome process, and you meet a lot of great people, even like here, meeting a lot of new athletes. So as much as, the hard part of training and going to practice and working out, it's still really fun to do these kinds of experiences and kind of add to that Olympic dream.
And before long, you're going to be headed to Rio for the Olympics. That's going to be fantastic. What are you guys looking forward to most?
I'm looking forward to the opening ceremonies. I had a lot of fun walking in London, and at the end of the closing ceremonies in London, they kind of gave a snippet for Brazil to, show what's in store. And I mean, the color, the vibe, everything was just so awesome, and just can't wait to be a part of that.
Oh, that's going to be so much fun. I'm, for one, am very jealous. What about you, Colton?
This is actually my first Olympics, so I am looking forward to the opening ceremonies, but the whole Olympic experience, I have heard countless times that it's an incredible experience. I'm going to have a great time, so I am completely psyched about it.
That's great. So besides your own Olympic sport, what is your favorite competition to watch while you're in the Olympics?
I really like volleyball. I like to play with my friends and stuff like that, but it's just really awesome, and especially beach volleyball.
That's great.
I am looking forward to seeing wrestling and track and fields.
That's so cool. I know all of us here and our Facebook fans have all been talking about how amazing it is that you guys are coming out here to DC to have for the tribute with Cassie Pope, and how wonderful that is. Is there anyone, I know we have such an amazing lineup this year for Capitol 4th with so many great legends and new artists. Who are you looking forward to most to hearing tonight?
I really like Gavin DeGraw, so I'm excited to hear him sing. We got a little snippet of it yesterday when he did the rehearsal, and it's just great, and yeah.
Have you had a chance to meet him yet?
No, so hopefully.
Soon. What about you, Colton?
I'm looking forward to Smokey Robinson. Been
yeah.
a big fan when I was younger. My parents always used to play him, so I am really looking forward to seeing him tonight.
And he was so much fun at rehearsals last night, so I can
Absolutely.
only imagine
Yes.
when the people are here and the cameras are on.
It's going to be a great show.
It's amazing. So going back to your Olympic sport, how did you get introduced? How did you start?
Well, I come from Poland. My parents immigrated to the United States when I was 1. So we lived in a small, relatively Polish cultural area in New Jersey, and there was a recreational center that my dad, I tried gymnastics, I tried dancing, different sports, tried tennis, nothing stuck, and then my dad just took me to a fencing class one day and said, hey, hit other kids and with a metal stick and keep yourself busy, and at the same time practice the language. So it was never, we're going to make a champion out of you, but I fell in love with the sport, the second I tried it, and kind of stuck with it ever since.
What a cool experience. That's really cool.
I also grew up in New Jersey.
Wow.
So, yeah. And when I was younger, I actually broke my leg playing football, and I was sidelined from sports completely for a couple of years, and I gained a little bit of weight. And my dad was like, "You're going to do something," and I said, "No, I'm not going to do anything." And he said, "No, you're going to do judo. I'm going to have to drag you there." So he pretty much forced me to do judo, and sooner than later, I fell in love with the sport, and here we are today.
It's really wonderful. So what's on your playlist when you're training? What's one song that really gets you there?
Well, recently I have been listening to the song by the band Perry. It's Live Forever. They played it at 100 Days Out, and I don't know, I just really like the lyrics, and sometimes it's just a couple words that stick with you while you're training and not giving up, and it just kind of fuels you through that, so I love that song.
I'm an Eminem fan.
There you
So,
go.
it's cliche. I know every athlete listens to Eminem, but
Got it on my iPad too.
yes, Lose Yourself. I love Eminem.
So I think we have time for one final question, and it's a bit of a doozy, so I apologize. What is one piece of advice you would give to any young, aspiring Olympians out there?
My piece of advice is don't give up. There's days where I wake up and I don't want to go to practice. Sometimes there's a bad practice, just kind of go home, regroup, take a second to step back and just put yourself out there again. Have fun with what you're doing, but number one is just don't give up. Don't let anything kind of discourage you. Don't get discouraged by people put you down, say you can't do it. It all matters, how you feel about yourself.
That's amazing advice. I feel a little motivation there.
I don't know if I can top that one. My advice is just to enjoy the process. There's going to be times where you're going to feel down, it's going to be depressing, things aren't going to be going your way, you could sustain an injury along the way, but just try to keep your head up and enjoy the process, and eventually your time will come. I think everything happens for a reason, and things shape people, so.
That's great.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys so much for taking a moment to stop and talk to us.
Thank you.
You guys, tune in to A Capital Fourth tonight on PBS, and for the first time ever, streaming live on Facebook. And use our hashtag July 4th PBS to stay in the conversation.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Everyone,
Happy
go
Fourth.
Team USA!
Great.